What's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, and I'm back with another CHH Today. And this time, guys, we are talking about unity in the Christian hip-hop world. So let me paint a nice little picture, and I want you guys to really help me dissect this, because I believe that this right here is something crazy. Remember back in 2014, Swoop came out with Same Team. He had pretty much everybody from all the major Christian hip-hop record labels at the time come on the track, and they did the Same Team. He had also some up-and-comers. If you remember, Asaya Ziff, formerly known as Kid, was on the remix as well, and a few others, and Jay Givens was on that remix too as well, and I think John Gibbs on it. Anyway, that's not important. So we have an instance where another Christian hip-hop artist feel as though there is not a lot of unity behind the scenes, that they are in front of the scenes. So let me try to paint a picture. And this artist's name is CJ King. If you don't know CJ King had a song maybe in 2016. It was called Swerve. And basically, it was on DJ Wade Ho, Rapzilla featured it, and he had a nice little buzz with this record. And he also did music with Humble Tip. Humble Tip is also an independent artist. I'm not sure what Humble Tip is out of, but he's real big at Liberty University. He does a lot of work there. And he also he's basically been independent for a while. And they had a group called Humble Kings. And I believe he just signed a record deal. I don't know where the record deal he signed at, but this guy's been making moves. But apparently somebody made him mad, and he voiced his opinion on Twitter. And I want to just say that this right here real quick. I am going to let you know exactly what was said, how it was said, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it. So I'm going to read whatever the tweets were, and I want to make my opinion. Ultimately, I want you to comment below what you think. So CJ King says, he starts off the conversation, has been trying to connect with a lot of artists who aren't reciprocating the same energy. ... I get it though. They don't rock with you until you poppin'. #no. The Mission Music said, my G is crazy out here. Then CJ King said, bruh, that's why I stay down with the ones who came up with me. And Mission tweeted back and said, yeah man, I got no tolerance for it. I just keep it moving, cause the cats that kinda got a bus be acting funny 100 though. And then Voisier Cornerstone, Lavoisier, pretty much radio host. He's really associated a lot with God Over Money, but he's very influential in the Christian hip hop space. So he comes in and says, there are plenty of well-known arrogant artists, but I met plenty of insecure unknown people who take things way more personal than they should. If you pop, quote unquote, and then get noticed, try not to resent that. Sometimes there's no other way to distinguish in an oversaturated market. And then CJ King came back and said, I agree with all that, bro. If an artist is on that level, then I expect that. The ones that aren't have got to stop acting like they are. Let's be real, majority of people in Christian hip-hop ain't even quote unquote busy as they portray to be. Most ain't even getting booked. Shots fired. Bah, 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 bah. Let's keep it going. But y'all too busy to build. And Voisier came back and said, word, super valid, fam. Agreed. There's a lot of artists that think that's what importance, quote unquote, looks like. They're full of themselves and carry the worldly spirit of the prideful artists in secular hip hop. That they admire. That's 100. That's 100. And then Voisier came back and said, keep in mind, with a number of people strangers are requesting an audience with an artist, there isn't usually enough time to connect and build with all of them in a significant way. When you connect, they say you're real. Ones with whom you cannot say you're fake or funny style. And CJ came back and said, and to be straight up, I understand that just how the game goes. I just struggle being around the lack of authenticity when it comes up, when I'm in those green rooms and I'm reaching out. I'm like, yo, you ain't gotta put up the facade anymore. Ain't no fans in this green room but us laughing emoji. And then Voissier said, sometimes it's because artists are jerks. Sometimes it's because the one seeking the audience is too entitled. Should you ever get to that point when you get more inquiries than you can handle or respond to in a meaningful way, you will be the target of the very same assumptions. And that's pretty much where the conversation ended. And I just want to give you my 2 cents before I get out of here. But guys, CJ King has a point. We in Christian hip hop, we see ourselves more like Saul. We see ourselves bigger than what we actually are. And like I said in 2012, you could literally get put on Rapzilla, a Track Stars, a Jam the Height, a DJ Wado, and blow slam up, selling 10 to 20,000 records because a lot of the fans were centralized. They was centralized in one location, and a lot of people still wouldn't really, if you was a Christian hip hop fan, you wouldn't really listen to secular music like that. But that all changed. Lecrae came out with Church Clothes and kind of broke down the third wall. And a lot of people feel as though is that, look, man, if I want good hip hop, I don't have to take an alternative. And I'm not saying Christian hip hop is the alternative or like the generic brand of hip hop. I'm just saying that, you know, some people think that. So you got artists nowadays, when you are trying to make it, you man, shoot, it's hard getting bookings out here. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of artists ain't gonna say it. They gonna be like, man, I've been booked. Like, bro, people ain't calling. That's why you gotta make your opportunities. I'm not getting booked. And I'm just being transparent, not because I want y'all to be like, oh, War's lucky, we need a book. Like, nah, I'm good, because my focus right now is locally, and then my family, my church family. Like, that's my focus right now. Like, I'm putting in work in my city. So I ain't got time to be going all these different places right now and doing ministry when I don't got what's locked down here locally. But a lot of artists put on this facade, like CJ said, and like they act bigger than what they are. Like, bro, we in Christian hip hop. You're not that big. You're not that big. I can go right now to my local Bi-Lo, if you don't have a Bi-Lo, your local grocery store, Walmart, whatever, and go and poll. Do this. Poll people. The top people in our space. Ask people, have they heard of him? Probably some people may have heard of Lecrae. Some people may have heard of NF, but NF really doesn't really move in the Christian hip hop space. You know what I'm saying? So a lot more people may have heard of NF. A lot more people may have heard of Lecrae, maybe Andy. After that, it kind of falls off. Now, back in the day, some people was putting me on as far as Bizzle, as far as, because, you know, the type of music he was making real street music. But back to what I'm trying to tell you. We have got to, as artists, if you're underneath my sound of my voice, we have got to stop acting like we're bigger than what we are and take the blessings of what we have. Like, look, bro, somebody trying to connect. You know, chop it up. Now, spiritually, you guys don't see eye to eye, I understand, but man, just bless that brother with some knowledge. Bless that brother with some beats. Because we all trying to grind together, especially if y'all in the same city, bro, or if y'all on the same bill, bro. Like, if I do a show with somebody and they act like they too good, like, bro, you gonna need me before I need you, because I'm building a platform. Hence, I'm an artist, but I also have CHHTODAY. I also have the Lucky Murray podcast. I'm working on some more things. Pretty soon, I'm gonna be booking people to come to Greenville, South Carolina, to do major Christian hip hop shows locally, because I have a plan that is bigger than just YouTube, bruh. But if you look down upon a man, as you rise up, be careful, because the same man you look down upon, you gonna have to look up when you're falling from the top, and that same man can help you up. But if you don't treat that man right, we all have God in us, and we all want to, turn the other cheek. But some people, man, we human. They just gonna step over you and pray about it later on. So I think that CJ is right, and I love Voissier coming in, man, and spitting that game. Like people carry that pridefulness from secular hip hop and bring it to Christian hip hop, bro. We are about mission. Like I am directing an after school program, and I'm in the inner city of my small town. Basically, housing authority development in my small town, low poverty. That's a mindset. Nobody cares less about any Christian hip hop, but they want to see Christ and they want to see you do it. So if I'm at a show and somebody, dap me up and want to work, bro, we about to work. But I don't want to get on my soapbox because I feel like on my podcast Friday, I want to talk more about this because I want to have a little bit more time, because this is an important issue that we need to address. Okay, fans, if you listen to your fan, a lot of these artists, man, hit them where it hurts. The pockets. Don't book them. And then man, trust me, if you are a artist that's hard to work with, word will spread. Word always spread, man. Even my local scene, there's a few artists that we don't work with because they hard to work with, and word has gotten around. Yes, they are Christian artists. Yeah, they believe in God, they love God, but they hard to work with. Like, bro, that $300 ain't gonna be a whole lot of money. For real. So I'm passionate about it, man, because I feel like, man, we have to stop that. But it has to start with you. If you're an artist, you cannot have this behavior. Don't care what all them other artists do, man. Even if you got a bus, even if you got a full tour, even if you're going on tours, whatever, you're not that tight. I'm not that tight. But what makes us tight is believing in God Almighty. And together we're supposed to be about kingdom business. Straight up off the rip. Off the meat rack. But unfortunately, guys, it don't be like that sometimes. But I need your opinion. I need you to comment below. What do you think about what CJ and Voissier and a lot of other people said about on Twitter? Do you agree? Comment below. If you don't agree, please let me know why. And again, guys, if you haven't checked out my single, got another one dropping soon. Check out below my podcast. I'm cranking them up. And also, I got a special announcement that I'm working on. But I thank y'all so much, man. Let's get up to 700, man, and then we 300 more subscribers away for that 1K. I can taste it. But again, it's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, Lucky Murray, and I'm back with another CHH Today. And guys, CJ King, bro, if you're watching this, man, I applaud you, man. Continue to speak truth, man. We need that transparency in Christian hip hop. You're not too big or too small, man. Now, a little crazy, I understand. I understand, bro. Bro ain't gonna really have time like that. You know what I'm saying? I understand. The bigger artists, I understand. But bro, if you local, bro, if you got like 3,000 fans, 5,000 fans, if I bring you to my city and if you act like too big, bro, nobody knows you in my city. Those are people I'm talking about, man. Let's talk about it in the comment section below. And then until next time, people.